Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the hi-rez studios. Gandhi, joined by DM. Gandhi, for those of you playing the home game. Series 1's over. We love bacon. Looks very strong.
Very strong indeed. Gandhi, we're going into game 2, where we're going to follow the guys on Phalanx, not Phalanx.
Yep, Phalanx, which is, I'm hoping, a testament to what the Spartans in 300 used to do. You know, they set up in the Phalanx. They never broke line, which means camaraderie, teamwork, communication, and awesomeness.
Well, they're going to have to try to rally against the Eternal Rally, who you'll find fighting out of the Order side. Now, both teams going into this have pretty normal comps, nothing too crazy. I'd say the only truly off-meta pick is maybe Hell, but with the recent buffs, I still think she's pretty strong.
Yeah, Hell is just, you know, she's so easily gankable, which is why a lot of people don't kind of pick her in North America besides a couple teams or even EU. But when you set up a team with a decent amount of peel around Hell, she is a nightmare to deal with.
Well, I mean, if she gets ahead and starts building into tankiness, I mean, there's no way to kill her. Also, she's one of the few gods in the game that you could build meditation on. But
Stop it. No, man. You would build salvation with her.
No, you don't get it. Did I hate that either? Everyone gets so mad at me in Assault because they're like, build salve. I'm like, no, I don't care if you die.
Well, that's a sign of being a good teammate. It really is. So taking a look here, traditional starts for both teams.
Yep.
Speed into blue. The one thing I would like to see coming out of Eternal Rally is the speed buff ward, and I don't even think we saw it in the last game, and I meant to touch on that.
Ward.
It is the best ward because you gain so much knowledge. It really is. It is. I only say that because I invade 100% of the time, so without that ward, I'm screwed.
Best, but no, neither team actually invading here, though there is pressure on the left side with them going into this tier 2. Oh, actually hits that carpet. I'm sorry, on her taking some damage here, but so far nothing crazy has gone on. The only really point of contention at this point is the Order side red buff. You're going to see that on the bottom side of your minimap, but it looks like Humbot's still trying to make a play.
So now, here's the thing. When you're in the duo lane and you see a Ymir get picked, it means one thing: aggressive early game. With Rama, he does have to wait just a little bit here. As you can see, Anher really wants to make the fight happen at all times. Oh! Got a pull from out of left field. Does Anher have the ability to do it? Great job there by Ymir to body block, and he's just going to get impaled out of there. Great pull already.
You know, so many people say to the casters, you guys get excited about stupid things too much. If you're not excited about that pull, I don't know what to tell you. I mean,
that's a max range
I pity
pull.
your life.
You know what it is? It's the fact that you have those guys who sit there and they're like, oh, man, I could have hit that pull. And it's
no,
like,
you could not.
No, you couldn't have. This is a tournament. This is where it matters, man.
That pull, it's first of all, it's the hardest skill shot to hit in the game right now. I mean, it's borderline impossible to hit raw.
I would say a meatball.
I guess I'll just chuck this in a general direction. Hey, I'm top player damage again.
Oh, look at this! I really was hoping you kind of bought that, but then I realized that you had a brain.
Yeah. No, but right off the gate, man, Firemancer showing that he knows his stuff. That pull was not only led perfectly, but it was just executed flawlessly. The issue here is they're going for the invade, and they're going to be spotted.
Yep, so Thor's going to hit these back harps here. Scylla's going to rotate down. Agni should be calling this out. This is going to be very, very strong. And look at this. Hunbats is going to poke at Thor. It kind of forces him out. They should get this completely uncontested. Ymir and Rama haven't rotated.
So this, to me, that was a really big play, but not in the way that you think. Now, check it out. Phalanx is in a lot of trouble here. They're going to do some damage, but Eternal Rally, you know, what I'm seeing from Yore right there was something very similar to what I see from Andenster, and that's, oh, no, they're taking my stuff. Oh, well. I'll go do other things. Yep. It's gone. He doesn't try to fight for it. He doesn't try to go for the anime superhero steal where he's up in the air with Thor. He's trying to throw the hammer. He's just like, this is more than likely gone. It's a better use of my time to take this small camp, and then if my team wants to initiate afterwards, they can... Wait a second. That was on the minimap. Did Blue get that? I don't think Blue got that. Production, do you have any call for that?
I think Blue got that.
I think they... Yeah, he said he's not sure either.
Yeah,
Sorry. We shouldn't have missed that. We did. Oh,
well.
We'll find out later, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Someone in the chat will figure that out.
Either way.
Yep. So,
but either way, you know, Thor takes the bottom cans. He looked for a reinitiation. Still nothing gained for either team, though. Phalanx has been much stronger in terms of farms so far. As you see, they do have a small lead, about 400 gold.
So let me ask you this, all right? We haven't even looked at the solo lane at all. Vamana taking on Hell. right? Hell has pretty good poke after about level 4, right? She's got pretty decent wave clear. Vamana, it takes him a lot of mana for him to kind of clear that wave completely. The matchup, does he really need to hard counter build Hell the way he is?
I mean, he doesn't have to, but being able to keep himself alive for much longer while he auto-attacks in case she throws out the repulse is going to be a little bit stronger in the long run. Keeping himself free of that type of damage is going to be big because there's also other forms of magic. I mean, Scylla could focus him down as well. Speaking of focusing,
Desert Fury's going to be able to clean up the kill there. That's going to be the wisp coming out of Sylvanas.
Did you see the double root? Oh, and he dodges the double tap. He teleports in. Yori actually going to get supported here as Agni rotates in as well. Scylla nowhere to be found, but somehow in this 4-man engagement, we're going to see the 2 come out from Phalanx on top.
Look at Thor.
With first blood given away.
Thor's just like looking at the wall. He's like, well, I lived. I missed the double tap, but I lived. Scylla might be going for the rotation. Nope. She's going to see that the lane's going to reset. She's just going to go right in here, push this.
Into the tower.
And this is good. This is really, really good for her as we're going to see Thor level 5 right now. He's just 1 level behind Hunbat, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but we are seeing Hunbat should have level 3 boots here on his next pack.
Oh, man, I'm still so impressed with, Scylla realizes that her rotation's too late. Instead, she pushes super hard. She gets not too much tower damage, but she wastes so much experience away. Thor in some trouble. We're going to see a kill more than likely here. Yeah, he wasn't going to be able to get away from that one. So, Ewerling right there going to put the 2nd kill on the board. And for the 2nd time, it's going to be in favor of Phalanx.
Now, this is what I love about Hunbots, right? Not only does he have amazing mobility, but also when you use his kit, right, his Fear No Evil is amazing, right? Because you fear him, then you hit him with an auto attack. Hopefully it crits. Then you jump in the air, you do the same thing. Hunbats should be played so much more than he is.
I agree 100%. I think the only issue is that if he gets his camp stolen in the beginning and he falls behind in golden experience, I mean, he's a misnomer. I mean, there's nothing you can do to bring him back into it unless you're finding these janky kills. And if people are aware of your rotations and build into beads, it can get pretty tricky for you to come online. But if you get those early kills, you put yourself close to top farm, and actually I think he is top farm right now looking at the stats here. Yeah, gold per minute at 411, and splitting camps here, making sure he stays on top. I mean, that's a very scary character. If he gets his 3 core items online faster than anyone else, he's going to swing on you for hundreds of damage very quickly.
Well, it's kind of like the same thing with Poseidon, right? You are going to see a lot of early game damage. Normally, we're not going to see an Aegis or beads come out that early. And
against Poseidon, maybe. And
not trying to get hit by that.
Not trying to get. Oh, then again, they were definitely trying to get hit by that Kraken.
They love the Kraken. But Boosh definitely has the Kraken. My favorite line I think you've ever said.
I said that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right.
Tier 2, bro. The Tier 2 tower push when he was going in hot.
I tend to blank out.
Yeah, that's good. That's probably not healthy. Doctor.
Right side, we're going to check in with Siphos as the baby rotates back into lane. I want to check out this the solo lane, see what each player's putting forth. Now, we do see the baby's a little bit behind, but she spots the rotation cleanly, backs up to her tower. Thor going to be deterred here, and check her out. I mean, she now has no fear. She sees them rotating out, able to clear it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Thor's just going to kind of go ahead and push out here. Desert Fury's going to go. Jeez. Suzuki's going to go down as well. The pull's going to hit as well, but Rama's going to be able to get out of there as well. Here comes the rotation out of Agni. Agni doing only damage to Sylvanas. It's a lot of damage, but it's not on the person he wants.
It's a lot of damage to a person who's healing and is inherently tanky.
Yep.
So, obviously.
Unbats.
Oh, yeah, what's he doing?
Could be going for this.
Being crazy. They were looking at the speed buff again. They went for it the first time. This time, I don't think they're going to get that greedy. Though they do have the power play advantage right now, but Ymir has respawned. He's rotating back in.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about this. Look at Scylla's initial build. It wasn't Tiny Trinket start at all. Right, she wanted a little bit more of the power so she could actually kind of work with pushing this wave. Do you like it?
Yes, because this is going to build into Book of Thoth, which is going to make her scaling outrageous. She's one of the hardest hitting mages in the game, and the scaling represents that fully. So for her to get the boots online, she's got the pen now. Next up, she's going to go into that Book of Thoth, start leveling that up. Her damage is going to be through the roof. Look at Scylla for like maybe 11 to 12 minutes. The rotation is going to be nasty. I think that's when we're going to see Phalanx really go for their first Gold Fury, unless they get another power play or big pick, or maybe they spot this 3-man rotation to the small camp.
Does he know? Does he know that Hunbats is there?
I don't know that he knows or cares, honestly. I mean, it's a baby.
Yeah, I mean, even if he got CC'd to the point, if he gets hit by all of the CC, by the time he's done, he's still going to have a quarter health, and then he just presses 4, goes into Big Baby. he heals everything.
What do we have here? It looks like Ymir going to throw down a ward, it looks like. Nothing too dangerous. We also have a sentry ward now in the inventory of Vamana. But the sentry ward looks like is going to get cleaned up by a counter sentry from Firemancer, which is a big hit to the already very small pockets of Ymir.
I'm pretty sure Sylvanas was just kind of poking this to see if the rotation was going to come out.
Oh, there was a ward under it.
Yeah.
There was a ward under the Gold Fury.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, he can't hit one without the other, so he's just, whatever. I'm already 1,100
I thought he was
ahead.
just doing it to see if there was information that he was gaining from it. Like, you know, you attack something to see if anyone's going to rotate over there, and then you're like, okay, guys, there's a ward.
You could just barely see the little ripples coming out of the...
You know, I'm used to having my computer right in front of me, okay? Casting off the program feed, I have bad eyes.
That's true, guys. We are casting this off of a demo. We don't have our individual cast, which is why the analysis might be a little bit more lacking in depth than usual. We only have the one computer as opposed to the three.
Speak for yourself.
Baby coming in. Oh, hey! Look at this. We're going to see a Fear No Evil. Try to turn this one around. No, he's going to jump away. Looks like Vamana's going to let that one go. Nice stun, but unfortunately going to wall his team off, trying to make the dip out himself. Some damage coming through. Repulse doing a lot. No, but there's too many. There's too many forms of damage. Hey!
He's going to live! Sylvanas is going to hit the ult as well. The Whisper going to be there. Now Ymir's going to pop his ult. Agni coming in.
Oh,
I am a monster getting one. Can he find a second one? Stalker getting all the way out.
She hit the second one!
Will she get the third? There's no way. He
He's
doesn't
too
have
slow.
the range.
He's too slow.
Unless he hits a root.
No, he's too slow.
Did you see him go through the wall with it?
Even
Did
so,
you see, I would have thrown my keyboard through your monitor.
there was a very big turnaround right there. Right there, Sifos keeps himself alive long enough for his team to rotate, and it was the person he needed the most. Sylvanas hits a big stun, a big knock-up right there, not to mention the root. Gets the healing off. Hell gets her healing off. Rama throwing some damage out. Not going to be enough. And for the first time in this set, we're going to see a huge lead in one favor, and that's going to be for Phalanx.
And I just want to point out one thing here. On her is amazing. I love On Her. Desert Fury is just one of those ultimates where you hit it and you have to almost try to miss it. And when you have an ADC doing that much damage already,
yeah,
you want him to be able to hit something. Desert Fury is that.
Ooh, look at this. They're going to be able to move forward here once again. The Wisp. No, they're going to back off. Let's check the golden hand. We're going to see why On Her's going back. Actually, only about 1,300 right there, which is a little bit curious to me. Humbot's actually spending a lot of gold himself as well. Taking a look at the board, you're going to see that level 2 heavy mace is going to be online, which is, of course, going to be worked into that Jotun's Wrath.
Yeah. Taking a look at the mid lane here, as it is going to be Agni taking on Scylla. This is going to be tough. Thor could be looking for the ultimate here. Hell is not in a position. I don't think there's a ward there on the map, so he could have ulted from the Fire Giant Pit, which is the standard here. But Thor's just going to go ahead and rotate out, maybe split this mid camp, look to make a gank. But Hunbats is going to be there as well for the counter initiation if they do go in.
6-0. 12 minutes. Kind of reminiscent of what we saw in the first set. One team taking control, showing their dominance, and right now that's going to be Phalanx. They have a huge gold lead. You check out the levels, a huge experience lead as well. Their grouping has been smart, and the one chance that Eternal Rally had to really take the early game was that Hell kill into maybe a rotation to gold, but they didn't find it. They're going to have another attempt here as multiple forms of CC come onto On Her, but he dodges the double tap, and as they try to play for this speed once again, the damage is going to be a low, actually. Reset that.
Yeah, and Frostbreath is going to be down as well. They know they have 6 seconds of Ymir before, like, yes, they drunkenly kind of stumble into the team fight here. Blink is online for Ymir, which is going to be good, but the speed is going to go to Phalanx, as now they're going to go ahead and rotate out and get the Harpies as well. So they're going to be way up in experience here. And if you are Rama, you want to be careful here. Oh, barely misjudging that Pillar.
You know, that's actually a detriment. The Pillar actually wound up hurting On Her there. He activates Astral Strike and shoots through it while On Her is a little bit blind to the shot. Very smart. No steal coming out right there. In fact, there might be a turn here. The baby gets into his ultimate, but I don't think he's going to be able to last. Ultimate for ultimate trade right there. Still going to go in favor, and the boys on red.
Phalanx are running through the jungle as a gang. It is a 4-man group for 3 minutes. I mean, it's 13 minutes into the game. We normally don't see that till way later.
Right.
Are you a fan?
I don't know. I mean, it depends, again, what we're going to see as a counter build. I like the healing that's coming out right now in Phalanx. If you consider how much healing potential they have and the fact that they'll be able to withstand a lot, it's not bad.
Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to try to get this tower down. Agni And I will say this Agni player is actually really, really good. There's so many times where, you know, he's hitting his bomb into his gas and getting the stuns, which is really, really difficult.
So left side, we're going to see contention at the blue buff. You see Anhur starting to rotate away. He realizes that he has not given Rama, or rather, he has given Rama enough of a choice to make here where he'll benefit either way. Right side, out of mana. Hell does have a blue buff. She's going to try to hold this lane off, but they won't be too much pressure here from Vamana.
Nah, Vamana's just going to kind of walk up, realize that he only has one minion left, and say, well, I guess
How did that minion stay alive?
I don't know.
That was weird.
The little minion that could, man.
Maybe she hit the others a little bit earlier. Either way, she has a ton of control in her lane. She's level 16 right now, sitting on 7,800. You go across the way, baby, 3 levels down, 6,400 net worth, very close to the bottom, whereas Hell sitting all the way on top.
Agni does have to be careful there. We saw him just dash for no reason, really just trying to get the extra damage onto the minion. He didn't really necessarily need to do that because Sylvanas sees that Agni dash down. He goes in, he gets that pull. That's a dead Agni.
Check this out. We are seeing a Rod of Asclepius come out. We see the Rod of Healing now. This is going... Oh, actually, we're going to see some pressure here once again.
A lot of
Baby
pressure.
in a little bit of trouble, but they're going to push in. The Gold Fury is about to be up in about 35 seconds. They were looking for the pick to gain map control. Don't quite find it.
Nope. So who's getting the Rod of Asclepius? Is that Hell?
That's Hell, yeah. So that's not only going to increase her healing, but it's an aura. That's extra lifesteal coming out from Devourer's Gloves. That's extra healing coming out from Wisps. I mean, there's right now 4 forms of healing on the map right now, which is a pretty big deal. So this is a good play. I expect that we're going to see her sprint be built into Heavenly Agility as well. So there'll be a 40% healing matter, even if they get hit by Weakening Curse, which is on the board.
Well, the big thing, too, with Rod of Asclepius on Hell is that already she doesn't have an escape, right?
Right.
Her light stance when she switches and she heals everyone, gives her movement speed.
Right.
Now that's going to stack on top of the Rod of Asclepius movement speed as well. So she's going to be able to kite very, very well. But look at Rama trying to get the crits in there. He's going to get forced out by Hunbats. Anhur's going to be able to get one. Oh, Thor comes dunking in. Is he able to get it? And Sylvanas is going to be in the middle of the action. Anhur's going to deter one. Scylla's able to find another one on Thor, and just like this, he's going to keep going in here, and that's going to be one dead monkey.
That's very, very greedy right there. They should not have gone back in. They didn't lose anything, but instead traded 2 out.
Oh, hell.
Now Syphos is in there. Now remember, he has a lot of healing to his name right now, but can he last through? No. They had a free engagement. They took 2 kills in the Gold Fury. They got greedy and dropped 3. That's going to be Eternal Rally on the board now, but they're still 6,700 behind.
Yeah, that was a weird. That was kind of weird out of Phalanx. Like, there was no need for them to go back in.
No, there wasn't. They got greedy. They've been ahead the whole game, and they're like, all right, we can just do whatever we want at this point. They're not even playing. But that's still an Agni. That's a Thor stun that comes out on top of Rama damage. I mean, they traded out so much, and then after they went back in, they just couldn't handle it. It just wasn't a smart play. Now check this out. The speed's getting stolen. They're going to push some waves out as well. Very, very good play from Eternal Rally front to back. Now, granted, they are still very far behind, but they can make it work.
Did I just see Vamana solo lane is 9th in player damage?
I mean,
that is very, very unique.
I mean, look at his build right
player
now.
Damage?
He started out with the Emerald Talisman, which means he's not going to have any damage there. It's just sustainability.
Yeah.
Now has gone into Heavy Hammer, which, you know, helps him swing. He's sitting at about 52 player damage overall.
The Frost Breath completely. Tectonic Rip's going to be there as well. Anhur's going to be able to jump
going?
out. And Thor's going to take to the sky, and he's going to come crashing down. Astral Barrage is going to be going in as well. That should be one. He hasn't died yet. He's missed all the abilities. Thor's
dodges the
taking
carpet.
a bunch of it, and now Anhur's going to be in the back. Rama's going to go for a boxing match. He's going to maybe die by the tower. He's going to live. But Suzuki's still in the back. Down he goes. Still in a good spot to get a double kill there. Oh, she's going to go right into it. Oh,
she's
she
too slow. That speed buff doing work. Just barely misses. It is a very slow ability. Crush was not available, and she used the shot to be able to kill
this Thor is lucky. He's... Woo! Agni finding a Scylla right in the middle there. He's going to find a Hunbats as well. Hunbats doesn't want to teleport to him. He's just going to kind of let him go and say, okay, you can stay in the jungle. You're not a worry of mine.
right now we're going to see the boys in Phalanx jump into the tier 1 on the left side. A rather random use of overhead smash going to be used and miss. Over this, we're going to see Shelton be able to dash away out of that route and save his tower once again. Tier 1 still going to stand in the left lane. They have dropped 1 so far with no answer on the Phalanx side, and still a major lead for the boys in red.
Yep, Phalanx doing an extra job controlling everything, and as you can just take a look at the gold difference here, 7,100. The big story here, though, is 7,700 in experience difference. That's really, really big. It's really, up until about 25 minutes, it's all about experience.
Right.
In my opinion, when I look at the graph.
I mean, it's very unlikely that you're going to gain enough gold to really outweigh experience. I mean, I always like to look at Ymir for that. How much gold are you going to have to earn to get an item to deal with one level of what Ymir gets? I mean, 104 health by itself is more than what you're going to get from a level.
He is so underplayed, though. I think it's really just because it's really hard to excel with him.
That, you know, he's just very easily baited. Once Frost Breath is down, he doesn't offer much, which is why I think Murder, or rather Kanye Life, was so incredible. Is because he was, I think, the first player in a long time to really make the wall sing. And usually, the wall tend to work against players, not always bringing them where they need to be. And if it was once, it was once, but he did it every time.
Frostyak.
Oh, that's true. Frostiak in the jungle as well. Does a lot of damage, but that was also a very early game comp. And
for sure.
It got figured out, and he got very, very, I think, defeated off of it. We saw it lose one time pretty badly, and he never picked it again.
Yeah, well, Thor's taking to the sky. I don't think he's going to find anything. He's going to go way in the back.
They were ready for it.
Yep. That's going to, and well, Dawn's going to go ahead and go to the cooldown factor there, as now Suzuki's still trying to look for something there. He does have Blink, so he's just really trying to catch someone off guard here, but the mid Harpies are going to be coming up on the right side. Agni's going to be here. Hell's going to be in the back. Eyes on her. Will she kind of go in here?
Where are they?
Where is
They're going to steal the blue buff for the mid camp. Very smart. Blue buff doesn't give you as much gold, I'm pretty sure, but it's definitely a big swing. Or
it's better than losing everything.
Yeah, I mean, why not? They're just going to go, you know, take their blue buff. You know, again, something we saw from Anister, like, oh, something's getting taken, I can't deter. We'll just go and do something else.
Big Baby's going to
Fear
get
the
hit.
path is down.
Yeah, and now they forced out the ultimate here. This is the worst part because you don't want to auto-attack the Baby or else he stays in Big Baby form, so they all just basically have to take it, which is why Hell is brilliant there, and Sylvanas, they're just going to be able to heal up Hunbat throughout that entire time. Down goes the tower, and now clear the path. Oh,
he's been really good with those ults.
Right?
I'm sorry, that's not an ult
I know what
anymore.
you meant. I know
it
what
used
you
to be
meant.
an ult. That was Arachne's old ult.
Really?
Yeah. And now they just gave it to him.
She doesn't sound fun back then.
She was the most
no. Like to play against.
Oh no, it was a nightmare. Oh, here comes.
Hey!
Oh wow,
That's a lot of damage.
I did not think that was gonna be a kill.
Yeah, me neither.
On her doing a lot
Watch
himself.
the crush.
Nice pillar.
Crush, baby, through the wall.
Oh, you're right. That was a crush. I thought that was the impale into the
What's
auto
up,
attack.
girl? What's up, girl?
What's up is that girl's kill count as she extends it even farther, increasing the gold lead as well. She has 6 kills already. Jeez.
And they're just going to continue this pressure. This is how it's going to go. So the Gold Fury is down as well. So they don't need to worry about this. All eyes are going to be on this. Here comes the blink in, and that is just going to get Aegis right away. Great job by Agni. And Fear No Evil is not going to do too much. Hunbats is going to go all the way into the back. He isn't able to land the monkey to teleport onto Agni, so he forces him all the way back. Will Thor take to the skies is the question. He's a pretty bold player,
I'm looking at all this healing, too, and, I mean, even if he goes up, I mean, there's constant Inspires and Wisps being thrown out. Look at the health pools. That was after a team fight and 2 tower dives, and they're going back to their base with a ton of gold, on top of the fact that they weren't even going to be stopped. I mean, that was incredible.
12,000 healing coming out of Hell. 7,000 for Sylvanas.
You know why that's big? Is because you look at player damage, and there's 12-7 coming out from Agni, which means she has matched his damage and healing and has almost negated it completely. There's still a 7K coming out from Sylvanas. Then we're not counting the healing that's already come out from, of course, the Devourer's Gloves on her, which I'm sure was a massive amount. I mean, this is very strong, and that Asclepius is doing work. The issue is that she just went into Magi's.
Why is that the issue?
Because now she has Magi's, she has Asclepius, which is, of course, giving her some damage.
Yeah.
Right? And then she has Boots for damage, Vamp for damage, but those are small items.
Yep, true.
I mean, she has a ton of cooldown reduction.
She's going to stay alive.
He'll stay, yeah, he only has 145 magic power.
Yeah, it's not that much.
It's not. especially on hell.
And the one thing that you can kind of see,
Like right there, he's tickling that little
yeah.
baby.
Oh, well, the
Snap
baby doesn't care. On the other side, though, you normally see Thor goes Jotuns into Shifter Shield. Now, Shifter Shield goes online if you're even or ahead because you get some protections, but you get more damage as well. When you see him actually force a Thor to get a Magi's after Jotuns, he's going to be kind of weak for another full item.
Yeah, he's going to feel. Oh, speaking of feeling that ultimate not going to do much. Once again, Vamana goes up into the ultimate, but they're not damaging him, though the Wrath of Terra is going to dot him and keep him up there for a while.
Yeah, and now Little Mana, as that is the skin, possibly one of my favorite skins of all time, is that one. I love it. He's in a little baseball jersey, swinging a Louisville Slugger.
Have you seen the Kali picture? He has a cell phone in his back pocket with Kali on it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, so Thor into the air. Here comes a big engagement. This is a make-or-break play right now for the guys on ER. They're trying for it, and a huge fear that Weevil's going to turn their sights down. Scylla finds a big one. She has another shot, finds a huge shot into Vamana as well, who's going to be forced out. He's slowed. They jump him, and he's going down.
Yep, this looks like it should be a Fire Giant. Rama's all the way in the back up top. Scylla's going to be able to get another kill. Scylla is just a terror. Thor all the way in the back. He really can't contest this.
He can't at all. I mean, his teleport's down, his ultimate's down. He has a Tectonic Rift and Berserker Barrage on top of the fact that he already built Magi's. Fire Giant is done. He's deterred away from the blue buff. No cripple just yet. Is he? Oh, I thought he was going to be greedy.
He got very, very lucky there.
Yeah.
Scylla had great positioning as well. She threw the Sentinel out there. If she's able to get him locked up, whoo, he's dead.
Look at the positioning right now. Check this out. He rotates around while attacking to give himself the shortest path to the Phoenix. Right now, I think my star player for this game is going to have to be the support player coming out. That's going to be Firemancer Skull. He has been incredible in his positioning.
You just have a soft spot for support.
No, last game was the jungler. I just don't like ADCs.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just hate them all.
Why?
Because you just sit there and shoot things while everyone protects you, you nerd.
That's the worst thing I think I've ever heard. Take a look at the golden hand here. 2,400 for Hunbats. It's 2,100 for On Her. Every single game has been so lopsided.
Yeah, so far.
So far, it is just like we haven't even been able to like fake tell a story that the other team could get into it.
He actually opted into Rage instead of DB. And built another Hidden Dagger on top of that. So that's going to be some extra crit potential either way.
It's Rage and a Deathbringer. Just kind of going straight into it, regardless of the time, is how he's looking at it.
Usually if you have the money, most players will generally tend for the DB just because it gives you more damage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 30 compared to 50. It's a big swing.
No.
But you are gaining that extra crit chance, which could wind up being beneficial. Usually when you compare the two, they're very close to even, but with this amount of attack speed, DB winds up paying a little bit more, especially with the penetration. But either way, it works out. There's not going to be much of a difference. Wrath of Terra
Get out of here.
goes up.
Don't you steal
He
this.
doesn't get it. He didn't get it.
He did not get this. Fear No Evil's going to be here as well. This looks like this could be a game-breaking fight here. Scylla's going to miss the I am a monster. She's in the back. She's going to be able to find Ymir. Ymir's going to wall himself off from there. Hunbat says, yeah, definitely, you are dead. Rama's forced all the way out on the other side of the map. You can see where Thor is. On Her's there as well. He went to make the push. Vamana is going to take forever to get into this. In fact, he's going to just go ahead and back. So this means On Her's going to shove mid-wave. This could result in at least a Phoenix, but most likely just a tier 2.
Wisps, Inspire, Fire Giant. There is no way that any of these things will be able to take down that Sylvanas just yet, though we do see Scylla go down. Either way, they're trying to keep themselves up. Weakening Curse not doing too much there. It is already on cooldown. These two healers keeping themselves alive. Hunbat's in the back. Oh, they do manage to find the hell. There's On Her, though. Here comes the big damage. Beautiful shot canceled to Impale. 2 shots after is going to do it.
Will they turn around and fight? This is the question here. They got a 3-man stack in here. Most likely you don't want to take that fight. You never want to go against the mid, solo, and the ADC in a 3-on-2 scenario. That's normally asking to lose. But that's actually really, really good resilience coming out of Eternal Rally.
Now, that's right, they only got 1 Phoenix there. So far, I should say that their defense was successful. right now, you can see that they got the Phoenix on the side of the map that they wanted on, closer to the Fire Giant. That means they can push and defend at the same time. The boys on Phalanx, though, I'm sure are not too angry with the way that things worked out. Sure, they dropped 3 people, but Fire Giant buff's about to fall off in about 35 seconds. They still find a Phoenix. There are no tier 2s left on the map, and their gold lead is still about 12,000.
Yep, and it's going to continue to grow at this point. I really don't see how Eternal Rally is going to answer this call. We haven't really seen anything besides that last team fight that makes me say, Eternal Rally definitely has a chance to win this out. They have to wait for the stars to align. Everything has to be flawless.
For me, it's Thor. I mean, he's level 16 right now. Doesn't have a lot of damage. I mean, right now he built into Hide of the Urchin. Sorry, I thought it was a Magis originally.
Why would it?
Hide of the Urchin, it's going to give him some extra defense, but he already has the beads online. I guess he figures he doesn't need more. This will give him more protections.
The problem is Hide of the Urchin coming on at this point in the game is going to be very, very difficult.
I see. I'm looking at the Smithy's Hammer now. It's just like, where is your damage? Where are you going to be swinging from? Because Smithy's Hammer doesn't offer you anything of damage. It's health and protection, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you get any damage from it until you actually finish Runeforge.
No. And I mean, Smithy's Hammer is amazing early on, right?
Yeah.
But like, we're at 29 minutes, so it's going to be tough. But we are seeing a Pestilence come out of Ymir as well, so that's going to help him just a little bit. And a Divine Ruin coming out of Agni here, which I'm surprised that we didn't mention that earlier. That's really, really big. Oh my lord. Crush and a quick orb there is going to do more than enough. They're trying to heal through it. Poor Ymir stuck in the back line. The baby!
Completely slowed. He's not even going to get enough damage off. Overall, they drop 2 very quickly. Vamana's going to be the 3rd casualty, and with a Phoenix about to go down once again, they're going to be hard-pressed at level 17 to be able to keep them out.
Well, they're going to go for the weaker Phoenix here. This looks like they might go for a game-ending push. The Tectonic Rift is going to be able to slow them down just a little bit, but they're all going to turn their gaze immediately to that Phoenix. Shred right through it, go ahead and rotate into the middle. They got to get the best bang for their buck here. You can kind of see on the mini-map here, it's going to be 15 seconds until Ymir's up. That's the next biggest one who will be able to help them in a team fight.
I can't believe that they're not ending here. That's very strange to me that they would back off and look for FG at this point in the game. That could have been a clean victory. Even with Ymir coming up, Hell in the background with a cleanse to stop the Frost Breath would have been more than enough, but it looks like they're going to back out here and play the safe route. They don't want to look for any throw opportunities. They're just going to go for FG, which, looking at the mini-map, is actually extremely free.
I mean, there was no way Eternal Rally could have
before the lava phase, too.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2,000 gold in hand for on her again. 1,700 in the hand of Ymir, which is big because he just came off the death. He's going to come in, split some camps, kind of head back there. I'm not really sure what he'd be looking to get anytime soon. As we look at his actives, I mean, he's got to finish Blink. But other than that, I really don't know what he's looking to do.
I don't know what anyone on the blue team is going to be doing at this point. I mean, Vamana doesn't have enough damage with what he's built to be that hyper carry. We're looking at Rama's getting cleaned up way too quickly because there's no healer on that team to keep him alive through what Anher's able to do. We're checking out Thor, who's, again, not built into pretty much any damage whatsoever. And then you look at Agni, who's full damage, still has some healing reduction, obviously putting out a lot himself, but he can't do it alone.
Well, Agni's just going to kind of work up with some other people on his team here. He's got Ymir and Agni kind of hanging out. And Thor's just going to kind of head back. Ooh. They do have to worry about this. This could be the final push here, DM.
Look at, you talked in the beginning of the game about aggression coming out from Ymir. 2653 player damage.
What?
By far the lowest. Thor under 10,000 as well. In fact, Thor significantly under even Sylvanas.
Ymir has to try to get 2,600 damage.
Yeah,
that makes no sense to me.
This is definitely on the back of Ymir for this game.
His level 1 is insane.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got the hardest hitting
level 1, he's putting 400 or 500 damage out on you clean.
Yeah. Well, here comes the aggression here. They're going to be pushing up. The Phoenix is going to take a decent amount of damage here. Hell's going to be in the back, and she's just going to be waiting to heal everyone up. Rama's trying to get aggressive. He dodges the pull.
Watch out right here. You're going to see the Fear No Evil try to turn this one around. This is going to be the undoing. All eyes from me right now are on Agni. Can he find the damage? Ooh, beautiful Sentinel to get away from that one. Ooh. He's going to go down. I think that one's going to be it.
Well, he caught a 574 crit right there at the end.
Oh, Hand of the Gods coming out. Titan's going to go down cleanly. 7 to the 26 right there. Winners for Game 1 are going to be Phalanx.
Phalanx looked really good throughout that entire game, and it was really, really clean cut for them. They just continued to push up. Everything kind of went well. But really, for me, Eternal Rally had no answer in the jungle.
You know, that and the Ymir. I mean, you pick Ymir for damage. He is the damage support. That's what he does. I mean, you just lay down the carpet, it's going to hit for 400. All of your auto attacks at that point during Frostbite are going to be swinging for like 120 to 150. I mean, you do damage, and yet Sylvanas just like root. I mean, pull over and over. Both of them have, of course, an ability that doesn't do damage. You both set up for huge amounts for their team, but Sylvanas went up on top.
Yeah, well, we're going to hop to a quick break. When we come back, we'll have game number 2. Stay tuned.